Happy Friday, Grizzlies fans, and welcome to Casper's Ice Arena for tonight's matchup between the Gillette Varsity and Casper's Varsity. Casper comes into tonight's contest with a 4-2 record on the year in 6 games. Gillette has also played 6 so far this year. They are 5-1. These two have not seen each other yet since last year at state. Looks like we'll have Percival, Powell, and Cassidy out front to start. Sherman back on D with Hipsag. Starting in at number 73, Drayton. It'll be Drayton's first game of the year. He's been playing football. Here we go, off the draw. Kick forward, and a quick whistle on the face-off. Face-off infraction called against Gillette. I guess we'll try it again. Cassidy to the dot. They won't let Cassidy take it either. First field will go. Back to Sherman and across the hip sag. He'll circle through the D, bounce across the far boards. Tipped by Cassidy forward, picked up at the blue line. Powell picks it back up. He'll drive the corner, drop off for Cassidy on the boards. Down to the corner, poked forward by Powell. Casper will pick it up in front of their net, ship it around the glass on the near side. Broken up at the blue line. Casper will get it back. And ahead down the near boards into the Gillette zone. A little bump from Persifield. And they're going to hit Sukit behind the net. Bouncing across out in front and pushed out of the zone, well, to the blue line by Powell. Casper gets it right back through the middle, shot, and Sukit with a save. A little bit of miscommunication behind the net there. Casper kind of ran through Sukit, and net was left wide open. Sukit able to recover and shut down the shot thrown in front. Off the draw, bounced ahead. We'll pick it up on the far boards, driving into the zone, knocked loose. Casper picks up the loose puck. They'll work around near side of their own net. Out to the blue line, and cut across to the far boards and dumped in. Picked up by Brock. He'll circle behind the net. Tied up, thrown into the corner, gets the puck back, and he'll work up the near boards. Broken up, and back to the corner, sent around by Harris. Brock far side, a little tip up against the boards. Casper gets it back, missed pass, bounces near side, and Harris will send it out of the zone. Casper to regroup in the neutral zone. They'll come in near point, walking in, and they're offside. Change lines again. We'll go Driscoll, Shell, and Marty out front. Defense, Sherman back with hip sag. Kicked forward and sent through the middle, picked up by Casper. They'll drive far side. Down the boards, pass through, broken up. And Sherman knocked it loose behind the net. And we're going to have our first the whistle down below the net. Face-off will go to the far side. Sukit had it covered up. Face-off on the far dot for Shell. Or Driscoll, sorry. Driscoll knocks it forward, bounce off a stick and out of the zone. Kicked back in by Casper to Hipsag. Hipsag will circle in front of the net. And he'll work around behind, lost the edge. Back on his feet, Casper picks up the puck, knocked down by Sukit. We got a penalty called down low, and Driscoll will touch the puck. And there's going to be an interference called on Gillette. Oh, interference called on Casper. First power play of the night for Gillette. Oh, okay. Hahn will take the face-off on the far dot. Kick to the side, picked up by Gillette. Powell's shot, knocked down. Kicks into the corner for Cassidy. He'll ship it back to Persifield at the far point. Down the boards, back to Cassidy. Takes a look. Cassidy across, looking for Harris. Back through the middle, missed, but Cassidy picks it up. He'll fire one. Kicks loose in front. Harris knocks it forward off the back of the goalie and doesn't go. And Casper will rifle it deep on net. Played to the side by Sukit. Casper picks it up in the corner. Will knock him off. Back out comes Powell. Powell to neutral ice. He'll work through the center. Near side, works in, back around behind the net, and will set up in the Casper zone. From the corner, back to the point for Persifield. Across, near side, Harris. Shot, tipped it in! Grizzlies goal number 9, Cash Harris. We're up 1-0. .23 left in the first on the power play goal for Harris. Kicked into the zone. Brock knocks it forward. Faustin will chase. Down into the corner for it. Faustin out across the front for broken up. Brock was there. Bounces back. Sherman will hold the zone and send it deep. Brock working behind the net. Chases to the near corner, gets it back to Clouston. Clouston from the corner, working out towards the front of the net. He'll circle behind. Set back up, pass across off a skate, broken up. Brock will chase it down, and we'll regroup back in our own D zone. Picked off pass by Casper. Brock knocks it loose. Casper gets it back on the boards. James trying to knock it back out. Casper picks it up, shot, kicks wide. Rolls to the near corner. Casper back towards the point, picked off by Hipsag, knocked forward by Hahn, and they will chase into the Casper zone. Pass knocked down by Hipsag, stays in. Casper will circle behind their net to the far side. Knocked around, no penalty on that call. Oh, they will call it from the other end of the ice. That was the collision. That happens in hockey sometimes. Collision in front of the net, they will call a penalty on Gillette. Casper player will get up under his own power and skate off the ice. So a collision down next to the Casper net, and Gillette will have a double minor, a 4-minute penalty out of it. Face off down in the Gillette zone. Powell kicks it back to Hipsag, thrown out in front and covered up by Sukit. Side of the net, didn't really make it out in front. But Sukit with a quick cover. We'll face off far dot again. 14:22 left in the period. 3:55 left on the kill. Powell over to the side. Picked up by Hipsag. Bouncing puck. Hipsag with a hit and will send it clear. Rolls deep. Played by the goalie. Casper behind their own goal line. Empty net for Casper. There's a delayed penalty on Gillette on the hit in the glass. Casper comes across with the extra attacker. Off a skate, rolls to the corner. Touched up by Persifield. There's nothing there. Shot, bounce forward. Sukit with a save. Dives to knock it out of the crease as Casper crashed into the goalie. So we will go back, and a second penalty called on Gillette. We're going to go 5-on-3 for 3:18. Knocked back to the point. Casper with the puck across to the far side point. They'll work back. Near side, missed pass. 2-minute roughing called on Hipsag. Casper missed a pass, rolls back out top of the zone. They won't get it out, but now we'll get it clear. Picked up by Persifield. He'll work it forward. Drives it into the Casper zone. Loose puck bouncing across. Persifield with a shot as he dives. And they call the hook on Casper. Hooking called on Casper. So, about 13:20 left in the period. And we will go 1:35 of 4-on-3 Casper advantage. Then we'll be even strength for about 25 seconds. Far dot face off in the Casper zone. Hahn knocks it to the side. Center round. Persifield near side will pick it up on the boards. Fired on net and gloved by Casper. He'll drop it behind the net. We'll continue play. Casper out the far side. Up the boards to the blue line. Drop pass back across the neutral zone. Turned around by Persifield, and they'll stop in the neutral zone. Back to their own blue. Pass broken up by Hahn. Can't get it in the zone. Hahn will send it forward, not quite all the way through. And puck rolls in front of the Casper bench. They'll pick it back up. Pass through the middle, picked off. Hahn knocks it forward into the Casper zone. They will retrieve. Cross ice pass to the near boards and up out of play off a Casper stick. And face off down in the Casper zone. A little under a minute left on the 4-on-3. Hahn and Cassidy out front. Harris back. Cassidy from the draw knocks it forward behind the Casper net. He will pressure, tip up a pass. It'll roll out of the zone. Harris will dump it back forward through the feet and deep. Casper from the far corner. Off of Cassidy's skate. Bouncing puck. Harris forward to keep it in the zone. Picked back up by Harris. He'll turn and fire it deep again. Rolls around to the far corner for Casper. Casper hasn't been able to exit their zone yet. Good pressure from Cassidy. They make it to the neutral zone, bounced forward, and offsides. .10 left in the first period, 24 seconds left to 4-on-3. Cassidy to take the face-off in the neutral zone. Tied up in the feet, Cassidy will go get it back and knock it out of the zone. Persifield chasing. Kick lift, and Casper gets the puck back. Cassidy there to take it away. Cassidy pushing forward. Gets it into the Casper zone, and they'll circle back into the corner. Cassidy there to pressure. They'll come around the near side of the net. Casper still all over, or Cassidy still all over him. Casper back out across their own blue. They'll come in near point, skating in through the feet and broken up. Tried to go through the feet of Harris and he took it away. We're back to 4-on-4. Gillette over to Harris. Harris near side. He'll drive up the boards. Takes it past, gets tripped up, no call. And down to the corner. Bounce back. Well, Harris gets it back. He'll feed Powell. Hipsag off the bench, shot off a stick, bouncing towards the net and kicked away. Back to Hipsag near point now. Lost the handle, he'll chase it down in neutral. Hipsag circling forward, bounces it deep on the far boards. Hipsag chases it down behind the net. Circling, looking for somebody out front. Casper with a takeaway and the penalty called there. Be a tripping call on Casper. So, 2 of the penalties have expired. With the trip call, we'll go back to 4-on-4 for 35 seconds. Face off down to the Casper zone. 11:01 remaining first period. Gillette still up 1-0. Brock to the dot. Brody will be out in front of the net on his wing. Hipsag back on D with Sherman. Thrown deep by Casper. Even strength, no icing called. Puck will be picked up and rolled around the far side. Hipsag battling it forward and gets it out to Brody in neutral ice. Brody, drop pass over. James, back to Brody. Shot, just kicks away. Nice setup. Tied up down low by Hahn. Brody in to help. Hahn still got it buried deep and finally kicks out. Casper will pick it up and send it around. Gillette back to full strength. Powell straight out of the box and across. Sherman sends it up the boards. And trying to battle it forward by Hahn. Persifield back to pick up the loose puck. He'll circle near side of the net. Persifield up the near boards. Driving through the neutral zone and into Casper's zone. He'll make the corner. Around behind the net. Pass back out to the far boards. Cassidy looking. Sends it across, looking for Harris, kind of backdoor. It'll bounce to the corner. He gets laid into the boards hard. No boarding call on that one. We're still in the Casper zone. Drop pass far point. Percifield looking across. Harris looks. Shot off his stick and high. Percifield to chase it back down. Dump it to the corner. Hipsag back to Percifield. Or, sorry, that wasn't Hipsag. Hipsag bounced into the corner. He's waiting for the high stick. I don't know if they were going to call it. Casper will finally come in and touch it up. Powell sends it around. Casper, far corner. And Powell bangs him off the puck in the corner. Klauston trying to shake a hit there. We'll send it back to the point for Harris. Harris keeps it in the zone. 5 seconds left on the power play. Rolls to the far corner for Casper. Pass out in front. Just couldn't get a handle on it. We're back to 5-on-5. 9 minutes left in the period. Casper will fire it deep. And it's even strength. They will call that icing. So we'll go face off back in the Casper zone. Klauston to the near dot in the Casper zone. Kicks it back, picked up by Brody. He'll send it down the boards. And broken up in the corner. Casper back to the line, picked up by Brody again. Brody circles and he'll send it deep. Rolls behind the net. Klauston in to chase. Picked up by Brock. He'll come around the side of the net, feeding out front, broken up. And Casper sends it clear. Turns in the middle, broken up. Knocked away by Hahn. And back to Brody on the near boards. He'll take the zone. Brody in, shot, kicked away. Far side, picked up at the point. No. Hipsag flying in off the change. Picked up the puck right at the blue line and they called the offsides. Neutral zone face-off. Puck rolls back. Bounced ahead, near side. Bounces to Casper. And Casper, there's an offside they didn't call. Pass out in front. Sukin with a kick save. Tied up. Marty in the corner. He'll sneak around to the far corner. Marty looking up ice. Bounce pass off a skate, and Casper gets it back. They'll pass it in near side. Taken away by Hipsag. Hipsag will drive the middle. Hipsag comes in. Through the feet, knocked off. Gets the puck back. And shot is in! Driscoll crashing in on the loose puck. Grizzlies goal number 36, Jet Driscoll. Assist from 42, Brady Hipsag. It's 2-0. Near dot face-off. Bounce back to the point. Percifield chasing and battles it through out of the zone. Percifield to pick it up in neutral ice. Pass across to the top. Powell bounces loose. Picked up by Casper, and they'll come back the other way, 3 wide. Casper into the zone. Turns at the point. Pass through the middle. Picked off. Brody will pick off a pass and send it deep. Rolls slowly back to the goal line, and they'll call an icing. Face off for Clouston. Quick pass blocked and sent clear by Brock. Ahead to Hahn. Hahn chasing in. Puck knocked loose, couldn't quite get the shot off. Clouston pass out to the crease, nothing there. Casper will take it out to neutral ice, and Brock will take it away. Across, Hahn near boards and ahead to Clouston. Clouston into the zone, just through his feet, and sent back. Phelps and Martin in on D. Casper will ice it. 6:20 remaining. 2-0 Gillette. Face off back down to the Casper zone. Driscoll, Scribner, and Marty out front. Hip sag back with Sherman. Driscoll to the draw. Knocked towards the corner, picked up by Casper, knocked back in by Marty, and bounces up the boards. Casper will get out to center ice with it. Casper in, Sherman. Oh, Casper knocked off the puck. Still get a weak shot off. And they'll bounce it. Casper off a weird bounce, gets one over Trayton's leg, and it's 2-1. Howell to the center dot. Bounced ahead by Sherman, knocked down in traffic. Percival to hold it out of the zone. Casper's in offsides. Yeah. Is that one you gotta have a password though?
Yeah, I have it.
Okay.
I'll just text it to you for curious.
Yeah, I'll change it here in a couple minutes. Battled out of the zone. Powell feeds it out. Ahead to Cassidy. Cassidy, far side. He'll take it down to the corner. Drop pass back for Percival. Shot. Kicks wide. Back to Cassidy behind in the near corner. He'll feed it out to Hipsag. Hipsag at the point. Turns. Drops it down low to Cassidy. Cassidy sends it around. Percival behind the net. Bounces it out in front. Powell in. And it kicks behind the net. Casper will pick it up and lift it off the glass. Rolls to neutral ice. Hipsag. Back for Hahn. Hahn through the middle. Picked off by Casper. They're offsides again. Neutral zone face-off. Clouston to the dot. Well, Clouston will leave the dot. Hahn will come take